What's going on, you guys? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? This be your boy, Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for a brand new episode of Yes for the Mess, where we talk about celebrity gossip, hot topics, and all things reality TV based. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful Monday, and I intend on doing the exact same thing, you guys. What's going on? What is the business, you guys? Your boy is not feeling good. He's a little under the weather, but that's because the weather don't know what the weather actually wants to be. Okay. Now on Thursday it was hot as hell. Then Friday it was cold as hell, and then all weekend it was pleasant, and this morning it was storming. And by the end of the morning, the temperature dropped and it's cold as shit outside, and the winds are heavy. And it's like, girl, wait, like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what's the tea? Like, what's the business? Like, what's going on right now? So, yes, baby, it like the storm is like, this weather has went through so many changes over the last 24 hours that it's a goddamn mess. I really don't know what's going on here, but yeah, it's crazy. Oh, thank you guys. I see that. Hey Scotty, I absolutely love the scene finale. It was the best episode, and I will admit that it was the best episode. And I'm just gonna go on and say this really quick. Hey D boy, what's going on? I heard it's a tornado brewing from down there or something like that. A tornado actually came through my home state, which is Mississippi, but my mother and them didn't get no tornado. But the thing about it is, it was a severe weather with them, but then all of a sudden it started to snow. How the fuck y'all just have a severe thunderstorm warning and then by the time the severe thunderstorm warning is over, then we getting snow? What type of shit is that? But my mama didn't get the tornado. She did get the severe thunderstorm, but she didn't get no snow. But some parts of Mississippi got snow after they had a tornado. That shit is weird. But but thank you guys for supporting the scene ATL. Let me tell y'all something. I am the first to say that the show was a lemon. It was a lemon. And what I mean by lemon is it had a whole lot of imperfections. You know, the sound wasn't the best at times. And the only thing about it that people could not stand is the fact that the storyline was mainly me and Bando's relationship. And I must say that it annoyed me too as a person that's on the show. You gotta be on. I've said that to them, and I've said that publicly. It was draining being the person that was getting drained out of their ass for with their own storyline. Like my storyline was everybody goddamn storyline, and that shit got on my fucking nerves, to be honest. But we got through it, and I must say that the show did what it needed to do. To be honest, like I think the best part. Not to make this show about me, because I don't want to do that, because the entire show, I love just about everybody on the cast. But I will say that I love the way that my story came out. My story was, you had a mixture of romance, family drama, all of that other stuff. Like y'all saw me y'all saw me get my book together. Y'all saw me trying to figure out what I wanted to do with my YouTube platform. You saw me talk about my family drama, and then you saw me and Bando's relationship. When we first got on the scene ATL, me and Bando was not in the best of places. We were not when we first came on the show. And the thing about that was the day that we shot our very first scene, we had just ran into each other 2 days before. So let me just give you guys a little bit of clarification about that, and then we're gonna get Yes for the Mess started, right? So when we started filming in May, the very first scene I shot was with JT. And then after that, I found out that Bando wanted to film with me. I wasn't necessarily ready to film with Bando, but Bando was ready to film with me. He wanted to have a sit down with me, and I was like, okay, that's cool. We could do that. So after that, so I knew that I was going to film with Bando on a Monday. On a Friday, I ran into Bando because him and Carl was performing. We ran into each other. We had not seen each other at this point in about 3 months. We ran into each other, we hugged, and we were just vibing, having a good time. Like nothing was going, like we didn't go through like this rough patch that we were actually going through. Like we just saw each other and everything just fell right into place. And then after that, we had a emotional conversation, And I said, well, you know, they're gonna want this on film, so we're gonna have to talk about this again on camera. So when we got to the scene that we shot on the very first episode that me and Bando shot, we had already seen each other 2 days before, and we talked about what we needed to talk about, but we knew we had to talk about it on camera. So that's why it was a little bit more subdued on camera. Because if y'all would have got the conversation that we actually had before we sat down and filmed that scene, then y'all would have got a lot more from us in that scene. But that's why that scene was so lax, because we had already discussed what we needed to, and we were back on the same page again. So the first half of the season y'all saw was like getting back into each other's lives, being friends, trying to figure out what we wanted to do. But it just felt like the more time we spent on the show, the more we started hanging out outside the cameras, the more we kind of circled the block a bit. So by the second half, you saw things changing between Bando and I. You saw a change, and by the end of the show, we kind of knew something was on the horizon. And then maybe 3 months after filming, we got in a relationship. So that's what happened. So yes, y'all saw a story between me and Bando form from top to fucking bottom. You know what I mean? And yes, that was pretty much the storyline for mostly everybody. And it was annoying. I got sick of answering questions about Bando in every goddamn scene that we did. But you know what I'm saying? I do appreciate the support that I got from being on me and Bando both support, appreciate the support. Like what D-Boy just said, we loved you on the scene. I was one of the people annoyed about it being about only you and Bando, but we the viewers love you too. And I can appreciate that honest critique. I can appreciate that. Like I appreciate everybody's criticisms, whether it's good or bad. I appreciate it, but I can say that I'm just happy that we were able to do a show and actually finish it. There's a lot of people that are in the web series world that's done shows but never even finished it. We got those 8 episodes done, and I'm glad. But I do think that the finale was the best. Y'all saw my mama, you saw my daddy, you saw Bando meet my mom and daddy for the first time on camera. Like y'all saw all that. And I feel like I brought everything to the show. I brought my whole life to the show. I brought everything to the show. Okay? Like everything. But thank you guys for supporting. I appreciate it. And that's it. And that's all. So are y'all ready for today's show? We got two housewives related topics to get into today. And we're gonna talk about it today. So what y'all think? Y'all ready? Y'all know what to do. We're gonna get started at the 9-minute mark. We got 80 people up in here so far. So go ahead and light this chat up with nothing but flames. And get it popping. Yes, I was a trooper, honey. I definitely was. Like I was a team player. When Carl decided to go and do Chasing, he asked me to try to anchor this show on my own, and I did that. So I can appreciate it. Okay. So we're at the 9-minute mark. I see one person lighting the flames up now, but we're gonna go ahead and get this thing started because I done ran my mouth enough already. Okay. So let's go ahead and get into what we're here to talk about. These are the two topics we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about Ashley Darby and Kandi Burruss. That's what we're here to discuss. So we're going to go ahead and get into the very first topic, okay? The very first one. And let's talk about it. Let me put this, let me get this overlay. So we're going to start off with Kandi, okay? Kandi Burruss. Now, Kandi Burruss reacts to fans basically saying that the Real Housewives of Atlanta gives Love and Hip Hop Atlanta vibes. That's basically what she wanted to respond to. Let's get into that. And I think the video source is Leah Henry. Her podcast is called Leah's Lemonade. So let's go ahead and get into it, y'all. Let's take a listen.
Messy question. Everybody's saying that the new almost called it that. Atlanta Housewives is looking very love and hip hop ish. I didn't mean to do that, but it came out. Do you think that it's being edited a little differently than when you were on the show? Because that's a criticism I see a lot.
How can we say it when we haven't even seen it yet? Like the show hasn't even aired. Y'all going by some clips. So I wouldn't judge it until I see it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And at this point, we're done. Reality TV for now.
Yeah, that's not on my
radar
space right now. Now, I'm really focused on other things that I'm trying to do.
The EGOT status.
That's the goal.
First housewife to be an EGOT. That's
Come
a flex.
on, somebody.
That's a flex.
Speak it.
Come on.
Let's go.
We're declaring it and then roll this clip back, okay? All right. Well, now I do have to ask a little messy.
All right, so that is Kandi talking to Leah's Lemonade, and she asks her about the Real Housewives of Atlanta being Love and Hip Hop Atlanta right now. So I'm going to start off with the last thing that they talked about, which is Kandi being done with reality TV right now, right? So let's get into that part first. So Kandi did, I always say this, right? Kandi did what needed to be done with the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I can't say it enough. And that's probably why she's my favorite housewife. And truth be told, when I was doing the scene ATL, Carl and JT would compare me to Kandi quite a bit. Like they would compare me to Kandi all the time. They'll say, "Oh, Scotty giving Kandi birds," and I love it. They would say that all the time, and I said that to say that's what like, and I could see it. No lies, I could see it. Kandi has always been my favorite housewife because she has always given us a whole lot to work with. Like Kandi is the type of girl that will show us what she's working on. Kandi is the type of girl that not only will show us what she's working on, but she will also show us her whole life. You'll see her mama, you'll see them aunties, you will see them cousins, you're gonna see the family drama. Like everything that Kandi brought to the Real Housewives of Atlanta is partially one of the reasons why they was always willing to give Kandi a spinoff a lot of the times. Like that's one of the reasons why they were willing to get a spinoff. So for Doc tell JT to mind the business, they pay her come next season. Listen, I might do another live later and let you guys come up here and talk about what y'all felt about the show in general. I might do that, but it just depends on how I feel. And you know we got roast review tonight at 8:30, so it just depends on how I feel. But where was I at? But yeah, so that's why the producers and the people at Bravo was always willing to give Kandi like a spin-off special. Like they gave her Kandi's wedding. That was one of the highest rated wedding specials that they had. They gave her Kandi's ski trip that also did very well. And they gave her the old lady gang, which was about her family and it was about her co-workers and the people that worked in her restaurant. Like it was all good shows. Like Kandi gives us content. So with her being that person to show all of her life, be completely honest about what was going on in her life, whether it was her business life and her work life, that made her a great housewife. But on the flip side, she used the platform for what you need to use a platform for. If you got a business, if you got a product, you need to drive that shit on that show. When I did the scene ATL, I had a book coming out. So therefore, I continued to talk about that book throughout the whole season. I even had Sheridan, my publisher, on an episode with me. She filmed with me at the beginning part of the season in the hot sun. But I said, I'm going to push this book. This is my first book. This is one of the reasons why I wanted to join reality TV and things like that, because I wanted to push my book to another audience. I needed them to buy that book. And I really believe that's why my book sales kind of went up while the show was airing, because of that. So that's why I did that. This season of the scene ATL gonna be the same thing. I'm working on a whole nother book, and me and Josiah got a podcast that's gonna come out. I want to push this podcast on this show, and I want to push this motherfucking book on this show. I need for the people to see it, and I need for the people to listen and watch this damn podcast that Josiah and I got coming out later on this year. I need the people to watch. That's just the truth of the matter. So when you do that, you're supposed to promote all of your businesses and all of that good stuff when it comes down to that. And Kandi did a lot of what everybody else should have done when it was on this show. She did what she needed to do. She opened restaurants. She already had a clothing store. She already had everything else lined up when the show actually, when the show came out and she got on the show. And that's why her storylines was her businesses, because that's really what she was working on, her businesses. That's what she had. So she did what she was supposed to do. And when she left the Real Housewives of Atlanta, she didn't leave on bad terms. She left on a high note. And that's what you should do. As much as it made me sad to see Kandi leave, as much as it it made me sad to see Kandi leave, because Kandi is my favorite. At the same time, I said it's the right time for her to leave. She got a lot going on. She's back with Escape. They're touring. She going on Broadway. She's becoming a Tony Award nominated producer. She may need to leave the Housewives and let somebody else come through. That's why I'm not even upset about her saying that she's not really sure if she wants to come back to reality TV right now because she's doing this. So I definitely agree with Kandi 100%, and I definitely understand 100% where Kandi is coming from. That's what you're supposed to do when you're on a show. And I feel like that's what I did when I was on the Housewives, the Scene ATL. I promoted my book. I was getting the people ready for my content creating, changing, which is why you're now seeing me do reaction videos now. Like that was all a part of the plan. So it is what it is. So that's what I agree with Kandi. Let's see. So now we're going to go into the whole talk about whether or not the Real Housewives of Atlanta is giving love and hip hop. This has been a conversation for a minute now. I think they was having this conversation about Real Housewives of Atlanta turning into love and hip hop. They was even having this conversation last season, and I didn't really understand it last season either. My thing is this. They keep on saying, I miss the days where we had women that was Nene's age or Sheree's age or whatever. Girl, these women that you're watching are literally in their 40s. These women are in their 40s. They're millennial housewives now. That's what they are. They seem younger because, as I said on one of my last videos about this, 40 don't look like the 40 of yesteryear. With Carl being a prime example of why we say 40 don't look like the 40 of yesteryear. When you look at my friend Carl, you wouldn't even think that Carl is 40 years old. Carl literally is 40 years old. Tramiel is 39. I'm 37. Jamar's 35. None of us look like we're in our 30s, 40s, any of that. None of us look like that. None of us look like we're in our late 30s, early 40s. None of us look like that. Like when I tell people right now that I'm 37, they don't believe me. When people like Tramiel, don't nobody believe Tramiel 39. Don't nobody believe Carl 40. Don't nobody believe that Jamar 35. Don't nobody believe that. Jamar the youngest out of all of us too. So don't nobody really believe that. But we all either 40 or pushing 40. And don't nobody believe it. So to me, it's like these are millennial housewives. They are the same age as Nene and them was when they was on the show. And not to mention, Kim with her big ass wig was 29. Looking 39. But she was literally like 29 years old. Portia is in her 40s. K. Michelle is in her 40s. Shamia is in her 40s. Kelly is in her 40s. The youngest person on the cast is fucking Pinky. And me and Pinky the same damn age. Pinky 37. She the youngest person on the damn cast. So what gives, baby? Like what we talk about. So I don't understand where we're coming from with the cast is giving love and hip hop and we need more women that's older. These women are middle-aged women. Like they literally are. You know what I mean? So it's not it's not 40 doesn't give what it used to give. I remember growing up thinking that 40 was old as fuck. I remember growing up thinking that being in your 30s was old until I got to be in my damn 30s. And I got 3 more years in this bitch being in my 30s. So, baby, I don't feel like I'm in my 30s. I don't feel like I'm knocking on 40's door. I don't feel that way about none of that shit. I just think that I'm a damn good looking 37-year-old. And it is what it is. Most of y'all been with me since I started. I started on YouTube when I was 21 years old. And y'all been watching me since I was 21. And I'm 37 now. Y'all have seen me grow up in all the days of my life. Y'all have seen it. And bitch, I'm still here. So it really don't matter. You know what I mean? So that's one thing. But I do agree with Kandi when she's saying, why are we going by a trailer? Why aren't we waiting for the show to air before we make our final decision on whether or not if it's giving love and hip hop? And a lot of it, I feel like that they're calling it love and hip hop because K. Michelle is there. And this is not me going into this whole let me stand for K Michelle, all this other shit, because that's what people have been saying from the very beginning, from the moment I've been, because of course I've been gushing about K coming on the show, because y'all got to understand, like, let me have my moment to stand for a motherfucker. Like, let me have my moment. You know what I mean? Let me have my, not really have my moment to stand, but let me be excited, because K Michelle is my favorite singer. And the thing is, let me see. It's not an age thing. The entire trailer is centered around the physical altercation and exposing each other. There's nothing light and fun based on the trailer. No friends on the cast. But memes, y'all act like Housewives of Atlanta ain't never been about people exposing each other. Y'all act like it ain't never been about no drama. Y'all act like if there was a physical altercation, they didn't put it in the trailer. Like, are we not forgetting that season 6 had pillow talk? And that was one of the biggest parts of the trailer. Not to mention it was the highest rated episode was pillow talk. Let's not act like Cynthia and Portia fighting on a boat wasn't a part of a trailer and that they didn't highlight that for the episode. Or let's not act like this ain't been going on. Like the whole thing about Kandi, Phaedra, and Portia and the whole again aspect of it all. That was probably the lowest that the Housewives ever went, but didn't nobody call it love and hip hop back then. Like, why are we acting surprised? Like, why are we not acting like Sheree didn't pull on Kim's wig in the trailer? And that was one of the biggest things that we were looking forward to. Why are we not acting like, when they was on the damn tour bus? And I remember these trailers correctly. When they was on the tour bus for season 3, we didn't see Nene jump up and get up in Kim's face looking like she was finna strangle her on the damn bus. Like, it's been ratchet. It's always given just a tad bit of ratchet from the very beginning. So the fact that everybody is acting like they got to clutch their pearls looking at this trailer is beyond me. Real Housewives of Atlanta ain't never been classy to me. It's all trash to me. Like, reality TV of itself is trash. I don't watch Real Housewives of Atlanta nor Love and Hip Hop to get a history lesson. I watch it to be entertained. Like, it's not that fucking deep. Like, I don't understand that. Like, what they're doing right now ain't no different than what they. And did we see a physical altercation in this trailer? All we saw was K Michelle and Drew arguing, and you saw them holding K Michelle back. Or you saw them arguing and you saw Portia being moseyed away because Kelly did this. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. All this other stuff. None of this is anything that we haven't seen already. So I don't understand why we're clutching our pearls by this. But let me go back to what I said though. As far as the K Michelle thing of it all, right? People want to give me a lot of grief because I'm literally like very excited about K Michelle being on the show. But what you got to understand is K Michelle is my favorite singer next to Mary J. Blige and Monica. K Michelle is my favorite singer. I was a fan of K Michelle's music before she was on a reality show. So my excitement precedes it. Like, that's just what it is. So, of course, anything that K Michelle does, I'm going to be on it. Now, don't get me wrong and don't feel like just because I'm going up for K Michelle being on the Housewives of Atlanta, that absolutely means that when she do something wrong, then I'm not going to call her out on it, or I'm not going to put her in her place about it, because I've done it before. But a lot of the times on Love and Hip Hop, she wasn't wrong, though, to me. She wasn't wrong, and it don't have nothing to do with her being K Michelle. But a lot of the times, to me, she wasn't wrong. She wasn't wrong in the Mimi situation. She wasn't wrong in the Rashida situation. She wasn't really that wrong with the Lyrica situation. She was wrong, but she wasn't wrong. Like, there was a lot. She wasn't wrong with the Paris situation. K Michelle wasn't always wrong. So therefore, I kind of saw it from her point of view just a little bit. So yes, I'm very excited about K Michelle coming on the show, because that's my girl. Like, I love her. Like, without reality TV, I would still love K Michelle as a musician because I love her music. I was a fan of K Michelle in 2009 when the first mixtape, What's the 901, came out. So that's just what it is. So I don't want nobody to get turned off and be like, oh my God, I don't know if I want to watch your videos on the Housewives of Atlanta, girl. I don't want to watch your videos because you're going to be taking up for K Michelle the whole time. Not necessarily. I'm just happy to see her on my screen. That's it. Let me see what y'all say in the comments. Exactly. All of it is trash TV. I really don't like when people say it's giving Love and Hip Hop as if it's ghetto. Real Housewives of New Jersey is no different than RHOA or Love and Hip Hop. And that's exactly what I'm saying. It's all trash TV. Do y'all ever say that Real Housewives of New Jersey is giving Love and Hip Hop when they've been fighting since the very fucking beginning? Teresa flipping over tables. Teresa chasing bitches all the way through the brownstone, chasing Danielle stuff through the brownstone. Then Jacqueline, Loretta, daughter pull Danielle's hair. Then somebody else pulled Danielle's hair when Danielle came on the show later on down the line. Pulled the girl. Somebody pulled her by her hair, and not to mention, she turned around and threw water in the girl face. Like, didn't them husbands fight on Real Housewives of New Jersey? Like, they been fighting on Housewives. So why are we acting so brand new right now? I don't get it. Why are we acting so brand new? They've had physical altercations across the board on the Housewives. Come on now. Do I need to go down the list? They've had physical altercations on Housewives. Even on Housewives of Orange County, they had a physical altercation. They had a bitch get a drink thrown up in their damn face. What was her name? Gina. Gina got a drink thrown in her damn face or some shit like that, and by Tamara or some shit like that, and then they pushed her after they threw the drink on her. Like, come on now. There's been physical altercation. There was a physical altercation on fucking Real Housewives of Miami, the second season, when Adriana slapped the shit out of Joanna in her face. Did somebody get hit in the face with a glass on the Housewives of New York? Like, come on now. Housewives ain't never been no cookie cutter, clean cut show. It's always been some threat of violence somewhere on there. So I agree with Kandi. Just let the show play out. Like, just let the show play out. Like, don't down it and call it Love and Hip Hop. Because see, that's the thing. When you calling it Love and Hip Hop, you're trying to call it trash, and you're trying to say that it's ghetto because it's Love and Hip Hop. That's what you're doing. And even Love and Hip Hop, not even the same Love and Hip Hop of yesteryear. Like, they still get into it, but they kind of tried to polish it up on MTV. So I'm gonna always stand up for the Housewives of Atlanta. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna always go for my girls now. I gotta go for my girls every single time. I don't like this ghetto shit y'all trying to put on them. It's not cool, it's not right, and it ain't okay, but they're gonna make it anyway. That's all I'm saying. I'm 100% with Kandi when they say when she says that let them watch the show first before we get it popping. And I would say that even if Kay wasn't on the show, because again, they were saying that shit last year. They were saying that shit last year when Real Housewives was coming out, comparing it to Love and Hip Hop. And I didn't see anything Love and Hip Hop about the show. I didn't. Hey, Feisty. Yes, Scotty, so true about Kandi, and most of the ladies hold out on some of their life stories. Exactly. Scotty tells the truth about his friends on their show. So what makes you think he won't do the same about K. Michelle? Right, because all they hear is me saying that I love K and how excited I am, and I'm going to always be Team K, right or wrong. That's all they hearing me say. They're not giving me a chance to actually review the show and see what I'm going to say. Yes, if K. Michelle wrong, I'm definitely going to be Team K. Michelle, even when she's wrong, but that don't mean I'm not going to call her out for it. That's not going to make me hate her. This show not going to make me hate K at all. But it don't change the fact that Love and Hip Hop is ghetto. Mims, you can call it ghetto all you want to. I mean, really, I don't care. Honestly, that's your opinion. But people have been calling Love and Hip Hop ghetto for years. But the point that I'm making is when you're saying that the Real Housewives of Atlanta is giving Love and Hip Hop, that's basically what you're trying to say is that that's basically what you're trying to say is that Real Housewives is ghetto. And I don't see what's so ghetto about the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Do you see anybody fighting? Do you see anybody throwing drinks? Do you see any of that? No. All you see is two motherfuckers arguing and somebody pulling them back or separating them. That's all y'all seeing. And that's the only thing y'all see. So now y'all want to bring it and make it be ghetto because you see two people arguing and being held back. My point is, Y'all only give that role to fucking Housewives of Atlanta. I don't never see y'all talking about the New Jersey Housewives being ghetto when they've done even worse shit. I don't see y'all giving Orange County that ghetto shit. I don't see y'all giving it to none of the other people. But when it's Housewives of Atlanta, the moment you see somebody arguing or seeing somebody being separated, y'all want to call it ghetto. That's my whole point. If you feel like Love and Hip Hop is ghetto, cool. I don't give a damn. But being that I watch it right now, Love and Hip Hop don't give really just ghetto to me. At this point, it doesn't necessarily give ghetto to me like it used to. If we're talking about something being ghetto, we're talking about Zeus. We're talking about Now That's TV. Love and Hip Hop Atlanta does not give Zeus or Now That's TV. It doesn't. Folks have called New Jersey ghetto and trashy. Not to the same point as they do Atlanta. You don't see nobody doing no interviews about whether or not Real Housewives is giving Love and Hip Hop or not. You don't see nobody doing that when it come down to New Jersey. You only see it with Atlanta. Y'all gonna stop playing with me, acting like it gets the same criticism as the other ones, because they don't. They do not. Whenever something happens on Real Housewives, the first thing y'all say, oh my God, it's ghetto. Oh my God, this is giving hood. That's all you see on Twitter. That's all y'all see on social media is everybody they turn their nose up at it and call it ghetto. But you don't see that with New York, New Jersey, none of these other damn shows. Y'all don't see that. Y'all don't see that. And y'all not going to tell me you do, because you know you don't. So come on now. Let me see. Saying it gives Love and Hip Hop Atlanta sounds like a dig to me. That's what I'm saying. That's what it's giving. That's why I don't like it when they say that. Like, that's what it's giving. It's giving you trying to put the show down. You know what I mean? And I don't like that. Let me see. It gives a racist undertone to me when they say that. Right. Let me see. The label ghetto is debatable, but labels aside, I think there are day one fans that don't like the changes in evolution of the franchise. And that's fine too, Feisty. I don't even have a problem with what you just said. Maybe if people just say that, I would understand it. Because calling it ghetto is a dig. Calling it ghetto is literally trying to downgrade the show by calling it ghetto. So if you say, I don't like the evolution of the franchise, then that's cool. I can take that. That's more understandable. I can definitely take that. Because it's not the same show as it was when it came out in 2008. It's not the same exact show, but things don't stay the same. So that's what I'm getting at. So what Feisty is saying is absolutely fine. But I definitely get what she's saying. That's a better way to put it for me. I seen the stress of Scotty out brings joy to my heart. I bet it do. Let me see. So that's all I'm saying. That is it. That's it. That's all. That's all I'm saying. Let me see. But I do believe that the show is not valued the same way it once was by both the fans and the network, and that's an issue. RHOA was once everybody's bread and butter, and now it's undervalued, and Bravo refuses to support and invest in their black shows. And this is what I agree with. They do treat Housewives of Atlanta like an afterthought. They give everything, they put everything in more of their investment into Beverly Hills. Beverly Hills been a bore. So I still don't understand why they even out here being so invested in. They've been a bore. They've been boring. I don't understand why they put so much into Beverly Hills. I've never understood why they do that. I never understood why they did that. I don't understand why they do that. And to me, it's like, why are we doing that? Like Beverly Hills, Kyle Richards and all them, they always been boring to me. Like they literally always been boring to me. every time I look around. I've been calling Beverly Hills born from the very beginning. But they get a new photo shoot every single season. And it just seems like they push it more than they do Housewives of Atlanta. They don't get the same push anymore. Let me see. They made too much money from RHOA alone to not give them funding for a proper photo shoot. Let's not forget through season 14 when Sheree came back the second time she came back, the cast didn't even like their photo shoot. Like they went and spent money on their own and did a photo shoot of their own. And it looked better than the one that Bravo gave them. So it is what it is. Let me see. Bravo needs to stop hiring people that aren't going to show their life, come to scenes to trash each other, and lie on narratives. I also agree with that too. I agree with all that. Now we having a real conversation, as Carlos King would say. It reminds me of how networks use black shows to launch their networks, and then once they got put on, they discarded the black shows. Right. What was the reason for them canceling Love and Hip Hop? Not Love and Hip Hop. What was the reason for them canceling Living Single in the 90s when they still had high ratings? What was the reason for them canceling Thea after one season when they had high ratings? Like, there's a lot of black shows from yesteryear that got canceled before it was time to get canceled. So many of the clear sitcoms was able to get multiple seasons, but shows like Living Single stopped at the 5th season. And then even with their 5th season, it wasn't even a full fucking season. So this is all true. I mean, the girls... the girls are a big part of the ATL scene, so it gives some authenticity. I agree. RHOA was once the highest rated show on all the networks on Sundays. They deserve better. I agree. Thea was a risk. I think Half and Half was a better example. I ain't never cared for Half and Half, but at the same time, I do get what you're saying, though, because they did say that Thea was fucking a bitch, a big one, literally and figuratively. They canceled Living Single and created Friends. They paid the hell out of the Friends cast. Exactly. That was the biggest thing with Living Single. Their whole concept was taken, and the people that took their concept made more money off of it than they did, which is so crazy. Same could be said for Stars and the treatment of Power in P-Valley, right? And it makes no sense for P-Valley to be gone for all them damn years, and now it's finally coming out. Half and Half was the number 2 show on the network when canceled. To be honest, I don't even see why they canceled the Parkers so fast. They were still a high-rated show too. Why are we canceling the Parkers? And then when you choose to cancel the Parkers, you choose to give us a stupid ass, you know what? You know what, Scotty? Let's not go there. As a matter of fact, I've been thinking, before we go to this next story, because I've been on this Housewives conversation for the longest. I got a new segment in my head, right? It's basically reality TV based. You know, although I'm bringing more music to the platform, I'm also bringing more reality TV topics to the platform. It's basically going to be videos where I tell y'all, who did I love on Love and Hip Hop? Who did I love on Bad Girls Club? Who I couldn't stand on Bad Girls Club season whatever. What shows ending that I hated? It's shit like that, like. Because I hated the ending of the Parkers. I hated it. And I need for the people to know why I hated it. I might do another video later and talk about how much I hated it. Because I hated the way the Parkers ended. I hated it. So I might do a video saying the reason why I hated the way the Parkers ended. This videos like that I'm going to be doing. And they're going to be live. I'm probably going to do nothing but lives from now on. It ain't going to be that many that many fucking pre-records. It's gonna be a lot of lives, but whatever. But the way I hated the way the Parkers and why I hated the ending of the Parkers. Like, this gonna be, yes, it's similar to Who Was Wrong, basically. So we're gonna do that. I've been meaning to tell y'all that, but I was at work thinking about that shit today, and yeah. I don't know when Who Was Wrong is coming back. I have not really made up my mind on when I'm gonna bring it back and what that's going to be about. Like, I haven't even come up in my head of how I'm going to structure it and who I'm going to put on there. So I'm still thinking about it coming back. The same thing with Young, Fresh, and New, because Who Was Wrong was a good segment, and so was Young, Fresh, and New. So it's a lot of new people that I want to work with. So just got to think more about it. Let's move on to the next topic, and the next topic involves Ashley Darby. Now, I don't know if y'all saw my video the other day, but we were talking about how the Real Housewives of Potomac was actually going through some casting changes for the next season. And I told you guys that the people that was allegedly getting fired was Ashley, Kiana, Angel, and who else? Yeah, basically that was everybody. Allegedly, Kiana, Ashley, and Angel were all getting fired. So that's what they were saying. But this is what Ashley had to say about the casting of the Real Housewives of Potomac. She says that Real Housewives of Potomac is at a point of transition when it comes to casting. Let's get into it.
How would you describe the current state of the Potomac group? I feel like there's a lot going on. We're getting ready to conclude part 3 of the reunion. Yeah. So here and now, how would you describe the group's stance?
I would say we're in a point of transition. Obviously, there have been a lot of dynamics and relationship shifts, some of which you'll see tonight on the reunion finale. But I just think, too, in terms of how we operate, maybe how we interact with each other. Now, Karen is back in the mix, right? So there's just a lot going on that's going to shift and change how we interact with each other. But I'm excited for it. It feels fresh.
It is. Like you said, it's a transition. Yes. And don't be mad at a transition. That just means it's evolving. That just means there's more to come.
Yeah.
And now, in one word, how would you describe the current state of the Potomac group? I feel like there's a lot going on. We're getting ready to conclude part 3 of the reunion. Yeah. So here and now, how would you describe the group's stance?
I would say we're in a point of transition. Obviously, there have been a lot of dynamics and relationship shifts, some of which you'll see tonight on the reunion finale. But I just think, too, in terms of how we operate, maybe how we interact with each other. Now, Karen is back in the mix, right? So there's just a lot going on that's going to shift and change how we interact with each other. But I'm excited for it. It feels fresh.
It is. Like you said, it's a transition. Yes. And don't be mad at a transition. That just means it's evolving. That just means there's more to come.
Yeah.
Okay, so that, I hope y'all didn't hear me sniffling, child, but that was Ashley. And they asked her about, where do they stand with casting for the Real Housewives of Potomac and all of that good stuff. And she was saying that they're in transition and that Karen is back in the mix and it's going to be a whole new show and it's going to be fresh and it's going to be this and it's going to be that. The only way that this show can be fresh is if Ashley leaves. She needs to be demoted or something because I don't understand why we keep bringing her back. I don't know why they keep bringing her back. It's really no need to keep bringing her back, to be honest. It's no need. It's really no need for them to be bringing her back. I think that Ashley is probably the main person that needs to get the fuck on. The main person that needs to get the fuck on is Ashley. Like, seriously, needs to get the fuck on, honestly. Like I said before, like I went, somebody came out with these casting rumors and they were saying that Ashley was fired. They were saying that Kiana was fired. They were saying that Angel was fired. And then they were saying Karen was coming back. Jazzy was coming back. Robin was coming back. Don't know what the fuck Robin would come back for, but they were saying that she was coming back. But like I said before, she did come back. she wasn't gonna do shit but argue with Karen and call her out for being a drunk. That's all that she was gonna do. And then they were saying that Monique was gonna come back too, but I don't know in what capacity. So I don't know how true this shit is, but we're gonna see exactly how it goes because the season wasn't that bad, but it just got to be annoying to me by the time we got to the end of the season. Like towards the end is when it was like, okay, it's about time for this to come to a close. Let's wrap this up. Let's get past it. Let's get past this. I'm sick of it. Whatever. Blah, 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 blah. Now, as we continue on with this, I see Cameron in the comments, and this is what I'm gonna tell y'all. I'm with you. Why they keep bringing Jazelle back? Jazelle didn't even have a package at the reunion. My thing is this. As much as we want her gone, they ain't never getting rid of Jazelle. And that's just something that we got to come to terms with, baby boy. They ain't never getting rid of Jazelle. Ever getting rid of Jazelle. There's some people on this show that they're probably just never going to get rid of. They're only going to get rid of them when they want to get rid of themselves. And Jazelle is one of them damn people. Why she not going nowhere? She's a production puppet. Whatever production tell her to do, she gonna do it. She's the face of the show. And she got a little bit of leverage and a little bit of leeway because she been there from the very beginning. She ain't going nowhere. She ain't going nowhere. She not. And that's very unfortunate for people like us who can't stand her ass. It's very unfortunate, but Jazelle not going nowhere. It's the same way for Evelyn. Just like House of Glam said, it's the same way for Evelyn. She could always come back to the housewife, to Basketball Wives, no matter how disgusting she was, no matter how much of a bitch she was to them women. She was always gonna have her job, honey. Always. It was always gonna be a job for her. Every single time, it was always gonna be a job for her. No matter what she did, it was always gonna be a job for her. It was always going to be a job for her, no matter what. They was going to always bring her back. It's just some people on these shows that we hate or we don't like that they're going to get rid of. They're never going to get rid of. And with Ashley, as much as I don't like her, Ashley was actually bringing something to the show at the beginning. Like, she stirred the pot way more than Jazelle did at the beginning, let's be clear. And I actually liked Ashley at the beginning. Like, the first 2 seasons, I liked her. By the time we got to the 3rd season, I ain't like her no more. But she was still useful by the 3rd season. 3rd, 4th, 5th season, she was useful. By the time we got to season 6, where the divorce started, she started losing her steam. And now she's willing to throw anything out there that she feel like it's going to stick. You know what I mean? And when you throwing shit out there that's just that you're trying to find to stick somewhere, it ain't gonna work for you. It ain't never working for you when you do that. It ain't gonna never work when you do that. So that's the way I think. That's the way I see it. You know. So I don't know, honey. I don't know, honey. I don't know. All I know is that she lost her steam, to be honest. Let me see. Quick question. Speaking of why they still here, what are your thoughts on Phaedra still popping up? Well, everybody knows how I feel about Phaedra still popping up. I don't get why she's still popping up. That's been my question from the very beginning. Why is she still here? Why is she steady popping up? Phaedra not gonna share no morsel of her life. All she gonna do is be a confessional gangster. All she gonna do is Atlanta, like do all them ugly ass faces she do. Like that's all she gonna do. She not gonna give anything. Why is she here? She was they said that she was so entertaining and so good, but then when she got on Married to Medicine, she didn't do shit. And then the excuse was, well, Married to Medicine is not a show for her. No. If you entertaining, it really don't matter where you go to be on the show. Entertaining doesn't matter where you go. If you are entertaining, as people say you are, you can go on any show and not let that bother you. You can go on and not let it bother you, but you can go on any show and see that and see that they're entertaining. Like with K. Michelle, She was on Love and Hip Hop, but you can see that on Housewives of Atlanta, she's going to be entertaining. That's how I feel about it. So she's not that entertaining at all to me. At all. What's going on, Lyric? She overperforms her shade now because she knows people like it. It's annoying. I don't want Phaedra on Housewives of Atlanta. I don't either. So I don't know. And long as Kandi was there, we didn't have to see Phaedra. But now that Kandi there, it's like, girl, we stuck with her. Like, why are we stuck with her? So I personally don't understand. I personally don't get it. But when it comes down to Karen, I like Karen. Even with all the lies she tells. I like Karen for the most part, right? But I don't think that Karen should come back to the show right now. I don't think Karen should come to the show right now. Come back to the show right now. I don't think she should. I don't think that she should come back to the show. I think it's way too soon. And it is what it is. Like, it's way too soon. Thank you for bringing this up because I didn't talk about this. But it says, did you chat about the Amazon show rumors with Tamar and Kenya? Let's go. Let's actually chat about that because I didn't even, because I made this live up yesterday. So the Kim Zodiac and shit like that, all them rumors wasn't even existing when I made this. So let's talk about this before we go. Because we got about 8 more minutes left on this because I need to go to the store to give me some more meds because I know y'all can hear it in my voice. I'm stopped up like fuck. And I really need to get some more meds because I don't have any more here. So it says, are y'all watching? Kenya Moore, Tamar Braxton, Kim Zodiac, and more are rumored to be a part of an Amazon Prime TV series, y'all. And it says that this is such a random group, but word on the street is Amazon Prime is gearing up to release their own version of Ultimate Girls Trip, and a few of these ladies are seemingly involved. Y'all watching? Baby, what I see is several different people that annoy the fuck out of me on this show. Y'all already know where I'm going with this, right? Several of these people that's on this list irritate me. First thing first, Tamar Braxton. Can't stand her. Never liked Tamar Braxton. On the Braxton Family Values, never liked Tamar Braxton. I've always wanted Tamar to slap the shit out of her ass. Okay? I've never liked Tamar. I don't like her as a reality personality. I don't really like her as a person. And I don't even know her as a person, but based off her interview, she's always in some mess and some drama with somebody. And she's not even, but the thing is, she played a victim a lot. Like one could say, well, you like K. Michelle and she's always in drama. But see, K. Michelle kind of stands on her shit. Tamar don't never stand on her shit. Like Tamar starts a lot of shit and then she plays the victim. I can't stand Tamar. I can't look at that Muppet ass face the entire time. I just can't. Because if I watch this show, y'all gonna find it to be a dumping on Tamar type of thing. And it's gonna irritate me. So I don't want to watch it. Kim Zodiac, she broke as fuck. Don't like her. She need to close her legs to marry men. And I don't know why anybody wants to see Kim Zodiac on anybody's show. She's a low cut ass racist. She got a hood, but she just don't wear it. I don't like him. And Kenya, let me tell you about Kenya. Kenya is a person that I'm always indifferent to. I could take her or leave her, but she can get on my motherfucking nerves too. All three of them on the same show. How is that gonna work? Let me know that now. If out of all the three of them, the only person that I would be rooting for is Kenya. Because I can't stand Tamar and I cannot stand Kim Zodiac at all. Let me see what this is. Scotty, how you feel about people saying that Love and Hip Hop has ran its course? And I saw someone say that it's not the show, it's the people on there. They need a whole new cast. Some want Hollywood back. Well, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta has been on for quite some time, and I do think that the pandemic actually killed that show. Right when the pandemic was starting, I felt like Love and Hip Hop Atlanta was sort of kind of making a comeback because season 8 was terrible to me. That's not my favorite season at all. I never liked season 8. But season 9, when they brought in light-skinned Keisha, I liked light-skinned Keisha on that show, and I liked that season. And the whole Tokyo Vanity light-skinned Keisha alliance against Akbar V, that was entertaining to me, and I enjoyed reviewing that season. Like I really did, and I really want to see what was gonna come of that. But because of COVID, they had to shut production down on the show, so the shit got shut down quickly. They tried to come back in season 10, and they brought in Amaretta the Great, Rennie Rucci, Young Baby Tate, and them girls didn't even film with one another. They really didn't film with each other most of the time on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. And then they ended the season, cut it in half. Brownie and Yandy, Brownie and Erica and Safari, and it didn't even feel like Love and Hip Hop no more. It felt like Love and Hip Hop New York. So I was like, okay, what are we doing here? So that season was awful. That was the last season they had on VH1. Then they moved Love and Hip Hop Atlanta to MTV, and it became good again to me. Like these last 3 seasons of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta was really good. And this season right now is actually pretty good to me. It's a good season. And I will say that there are some people on the show that could go. Like, let go of Georgia Prune and Kirk. Let them go. Let go of Carly. Let her go. Let go of Spice. Let her go. Yandy can go. But everybody else can stay, to me. I don't mind Sama being there. I don't mind Sierra still being there. I don't mind Erica Banks still being there. Bambi, I don't mind her being there. Jessica White, although she don't really bring shit, I don't mind her being there. Let's see. Who else is on that show? Like Lil Zane and Ashley. I don't mind them being there. Y'all know I like Ashley. I like to look at Ashley. I don't mind Ashley and Lil Zane being there. I don't even mind Scrappy being there. But as far as like the Rashidas and the Kirks and the Carlys and the Spices and the Yandys and the Medicis of the world, they can go. I feel like they're the ones holding the show back. They are. Shit, we can even keep Jasmine. And Rennie Rucci. Y'all can keep her too. And we got a show. And like Too Feisty said, let's bring back reunions. That's another thing that kills this show is the fact that they don't have no reunions anymore. Like, there's so many things that be going on during the seasons of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta that I feel like we should have a reunion for the shit, and so we can hash it out like for real. Like, what the fuck are we doing? So it's just like, no. They could bring Erica back and have Diamond on, then we can learn the real truth. But see, Erica Dixon and Diamond was on there at the same time in season 11, and we didn't really get nowhere with that because Erica Dixon made herself look like a fucking fool. So I don't know. Now, if they had and both of them were not like main cast members, they were both like cast members too. So I feel like we didn't really get more into their story like we should have. Like they were just making pop up here, pop up there. So I think that they should have focused in on that because I think we were robbed out of that storyline the very first season, in my eyes. Bring back the Puerto Rican princess. Baby, I could do without her. I promise I can. And then there were rumors that they were bringing back Love and Hip Hop Hollywood too. Now, there were rumors about that. I saw some rumors that Love and Hip Hop Hollywood was returning on MTV. I heard that. And to be honest, I would be here for Hollywood coming back. No shade, but I would be here for Hollywood coming back. I want Moniece. I want Masika, although Masika would never do Love and Hip Hop again. But I want Masika. I want Brooke Valentine and Marcus. Although I don't like them, I want Lyrica and A1 back. Let me see. I want Tierra Marie. Although I don't like her, Bring back Miss Nikki, baby. She got some real shit going on in her life now. Put her back on this damn show. Morgan did not get her fair share. You know, Morgan left after the first season, so I feel like she really didn't get her shine like she should. I actually like Morgan, so I would bring Morgan back. I know nobody will agree with me, but I would bring back Nia Riley. I actually love Nia on this show, probably because I thought she was so damn cute. But I would bring back Nia. I would bring back Nasal He, honestly, although I can't stand her ass. I'll bring back Nasal He. We need Lyrica G and Big Pam back. And we do need Princess and Ray J. And we got a show. We got a show. Hollywood was the shit. Hollywood was the shit, to be honest. So, you know, I'll be here for all of that. But, you know, that's just my take. I don't know. But shit, like, it's a whole lot of people. I wish that SWV and Escape would come back and put their pride to the side and do their reality show again, because it was a good ass show. SWV and Escape show was so damn good. Even the Escape show, Still Kicking It, was good. Like, that was a good ass show. Woo! Hey, Ty 101, but I'm about to go. I'm about to go on and get the fuck on, y'all. I'm about to go on and get up out of here. But thank you guys for watching. We had over 200 people in here, so I appreciate you guys watching. I got to run up to the store and give me some meds because we're going to be on T's platform tonight for Roaster Review, me, T, and Josiah, so be on the lookout for that. And like I said, I may be coming back to you guys a little bit later on tonight with another live, only because I don't have to work in the morning, so I can come back and give you guys a late night live or whatever, and I'm going to figure out what that live is going to be like. Whether it's going to be a reaction video or what I hate about Moesha or what I hate about the Parkers or whatever, right? So that's it. That's all. So with that being said, you guys, once again, thank you guys for watching the Scene ATL. The finale came out Saturday, and we will be doing a reunion next weekend. So be on the lookout for that. I'm actually doing my interview I'm supposed to be doing my interview this week with this R&B singer of yesteryear. So I want you guys to be on the lookout for that. It's going to be pre-recorded, so be on the lookout for that. And y'all will know who it is once I decide to put it out there, child. But we're supposed to be doing an interview this Thursday, so be on the lookout for that. But the Scene ATL is done, it's finished. The finale came out on Saturday. We're doing a reunion on Saturday. If you have not finished any episodes of the Scene ATL, I have a whole playlist of the entire season on my channel. So if you want to catch up on the episodes, you can. Also be sure to pick up my book, That's Why You're Lonely. It's now available on Amazon and Kindle Books. Like I said to you guys on a previous video, I just sent out the manuscript for the second part of That's Why You're Lonely. So we're hoping for a release later on this year. With that being said, you guys, this be your boy Scotty by Nature TV. Be sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe, share this video, and also click on the notification bell so you can be notified whenever a video drops. And if you want to follow me on any form of social media, my Twitter, my Instagram, and my TikTok will be down below. With that being said, you guys, your boys up out of here, and I will see you guys for Roaster Review. Once this video is over, I will share the link to Roaster Review on my community wall, and we will be over on T's platform. I'll see you guys later.
Get that 20, yeah, you always been a sneaky bitch, hating from the sidelines, trying to get picked, yeah. You don't found one, yeah, you don't found one. You don't found one, found you a real one. On my assets lately, you catch a face, shots fired, catching babies. Heavy on the highs, better get you some gravy. Cut that lady check, why you out here being lazy? I got bored with that season, I'm talking shit when I'm spitting. Fact the bitch, I'm the reason, when it got you hoes heated. Snow got them hoes sneezing, got the meals you not eating. Where had them hoes leaking, God trust when I'm speaking. It's giving.
Big bands gon' make it hot. Real niggas gonna come up, don't let the game gon' change us. Real niggas in my circle, ho, don't ever play us. This the real hustle, we make the money, don't make it make us. They ain't bout shit, talking out they neck. Bitch, we bring the heat every time we step. You fucking with a beast, fucking with the best. Get money on the east, plug on the west. Bitch, I'm from the north, but we run it south. Bitch, we outside, what you talking about? Who the fuck is me? No, who the fuck is you?